Especially nowadays with social media, ang daling i-judge yung tao na grabe, sobrang successful niya. Maybe we don't know, dumaan sila sa stages of clearing, stages of setting, and now they're in the winning zone. So ano ba yung mga dapat gawin so that you win your finances this 2025? So i-share ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung mga nag-work sa akin na every year ginagawa ko talaga para maayos yung pera ko the next year. If you don't know me, my name is Yani. I'm a financial coach and I help people live the life that they deserve. Kung gusto niyo matuto about finances, manifestation, anything about happy money, go ahead and subscribe and comment below kung anong gusto ninyong videos from me kasi medyo nagre-reset ako ng YouTube ko. And for today's video, tuturo ko sa inyo yung ginagawa kong money reset every year. I'm not gonna bait you into something that will take so much of your time. This will be very easy and quick. So may 3 parts yung structure na ginagawa ko every year. So yung 3 parts niya are clearing, setting, and winning. Actually, hindi ko na-realize na every year ko pala to ginagawa. Sabi ko, why not share it with you guys? Alright, let's start with the video. The first part is clearing. Ano ibig sabihin ng clearing? It's basically decluttering. You have to make space for abundance. A lot of people miss this because iniisip nila, you have to add. Whether it be money, materials, opportunities to achieve the abundance that you want. But honestly, clearing is the most important kasi imagine yourself going up the hill, tapos yung backpack na bit-bit mo, sobrang bigat. And yung tuktok ng hill o yung tuktok ng i-hike mo, yun yung financial abundance na gusto mo. And then ikaw, may backpack kang dala, sa umpisa pa lang, ang bigat-bigat, ang daming laman na unnecessary. Di hirap na hirap ka bago ka makaakyat. So all you have to do is unload first and make sure that everything is decluttered. So what do I mean by clearing? First step to clearing is pay your debt. Magbayad ka muna ng utang. So, ano ibig sabihin ng utang? Credit card, yung mga unsettled bills, loans, meron ka bang, let's say, splitwise na hindi mo pa nababayaran sa friend mo. Lahat yan, no matter how small, kahit 150 pesos lang yan, i-clear mo na yan, diba? Bayaran mo na yan. If marami kang utang, then try the snowball method. Yung snowball method, ito yung tinuro ko kay Alex. Maliit muna yung binabayaran mo, lahat ng maliliit, inuubos mo muna hanggang dun sa malalaki. Parang nirolyo mo ng nirolyo, tsaka lang siya lumalaki. Same with utang. Minsan kasi kapag marami kang utang, kahit ako, pag sa credit card ko, parang na-overwhelm ako na ang dami kong kailangan bayaran. But here's the thing, hindi mo naman yan kailangan bayaran all in one go kung hindi mo naman talaga kaya. It's more important na meron kang natatapos. Kasi yung snowball method, it makes you think na ang galing ko, may nabayaran na ako. So let's say may utang ka 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, tsaka 10,000. Unahin mo nang bayaran yung 1,000. Therefore, sabihin mo na, oh my gosh, nakatapos ako ng isang utang. 3 na lang, 3 accounts na lang. Tapos yung next mo 3,000, next 5,000. Remember this, no? If nagsasara yung mga utang mo, you're also making space for more money to come in. Usually kasi iniisip natin, pag nagbabayad tayo ng utang, nababawasan tayo ng pera. But no. Pag nagbabayad tayo ng utang, nagigagawa din tayo ng space, ng room for other money to come in. Number 2, very important, kung dapat ka nagbabayad ng utang, dapat naniningil ka rin ng utang. Follow up on accounts receivables. Ako personally, mahilig ako maningil. Hindi talaga ako nahihiyang maningil. Nagme-message talaga ako, whether sa client, sa nangutang sa akin, brands na hindi pa nagbabayad, gusto ko talaga yung naniningil. Because for me, it's not having a block when it comes to receiving money. Very important na dapat marunong din tayong mag-receive kung ano ba yung dapat bayaran tayo. Pro tip when it comes to accounts receivables, okay? Mag-send ka na ng invoice, but you have to inform the payor that you need the money or that you're collecting the money. Kung meron naman ng utang sa'yo and feeling mo hirap na hirap kang maningil, nag-follow up ka naman and hindi nagbibigay, maybe close that chapter of your finances already. Ito lang yung only rule ko pagdating sa pagpapautang. Only lend the money that you're willing to lose. So if hindi ka willing to lose a portion of your money or that amount, huwag mo nang ipautang kung feeling mong hindi magbabayad. Number 3 is taxes and receipts. Oh my gosh. Alam nyo, every end of the year, ito yung problema ko. Kaya this year, kinomit ko talaga na maayos siya early on. I hired an accountant February. Kasi before, parang nagpapafile lang ako sa accountant and then ako lahat nag-aayos. So parang grabe yung stress level ko every April and end of the year. And mind you, hindi siya madali Since 2021, nagsa-start na akong mag-try ayusin yung taxes and receipts ko. But I failed, okay? So, but this year, I'm very proud to say that I'm a good taxpayer and naka-file lahat ng receipts ko every month ko na susubmit sa accountant. accountant. Yun lang, I'm very proud of that. So, kung kayo hindi pa, might as well aralin nyo na. Ang dali lang naman aralin ng taxes. So, mas maganda na mas knowledgeable ka and hindi ka lang dependent, let's say, sa accountant mo. Even if I don't like taxes, it's our way of paying our dues to the government. I know we don't necessarily like everything that's happening in the Philippines. But let's be honest, ginagamit natin yung daanan, ginagamit natin yung stoplight, ginagamit natin lahat yun. That's what we're paying for. Number 4 is declutter your space. Space is everything. So, if yung space mo magulo, yung space mo hindi inviting ng pera, yung space mo hindi exciting, you gotta declutter. So, whether it be what? Your wallet. Simulan mo sa wallet mo, no? Yung wallet mo, kamusta? Madami ba yung resibo? Maybe cards na hindi mo naman talaga ginagamit on a day-to-day basis. Mercury card, time zone, lahat na lang ng cards, no, nandyan sa wallet mo. Tanggalin mo na yan, no? Because pampabigat lang yan. You're not making space for money to come in. And usually, yun talaga yung feeling natin, pakiramdam natin, pag puno yung wallet natin ng maraming cards, bragging rights, ganon. Pag maraming resibo, bragging rights, no? Pero honestly, lagay mo lang yung card na talagang ginagamit mo. Your credit cards, your debit cards, cash. You always have to put cash in your wallet. After ng wallet mo, nalinis mo na yung wallet mo, now go to your room. Ano ba yung physically, ano ba yung sa space mo, sa room mo, na hindi mo na talaga gusto? Napapansin nyo ba, kapag ako personally, mahilig ako mag-declutter, and you're probably also following my decluttering account, which is Mindful Boodle. For me, dapat may new home lang yung mga stuff na meron ako. After ng room mo, naayos mo na yung room mo, now your digital space. One of the things that I've been doing since the start of November is deleting photos in my phone. Let's be honest, no? Ang daming pictures sa phone natin, ang daming apps sa phone natin na hindi naman talaga natin ginagamit. I-clear mo na din, no? Para it can make space for something new, new memories, new photos, diba? And all of that. Another digital space that you need to clear is, ako personally, ito yung ginawa ko, Google Drive, yung desktop, yung mga downloads, oh my gosh, ang dami, yung files, lalo na dito sa iPad. Kaya ito, hindi ko nilipat yung laman ng dati kong iPad kasi gusto ko fresh start, no? Kasi ang daming mga parang dump and clutter sa iPad na hindi natin napapansin dahil everyday natin ginagamit. Guys, I'm so proud kasi may attachment issues ako dun sa old iPhone ko kasi nung na-meet ko sila Jin, nung na-meet ko yung BTS, yun yung phone ko. Like, bumili talaga ako ng phone for the BTS concert. So, parang when I bought this, I think 2 months ago, nandyan lang yung phone. Like, nakapatong lang siya sa dining table everyday. Hindi siya naka-charge. Kasi hindi ko lang siya ma-let go. Pero naisip ko, how will blessings come in if sobrang dami kong gamit? I have to let go. So, declutter your gadget, digital space, etc. That's all for clearing, and hopefully, pag nag-clear kayo, pumasok lahat ng income. Trust me on this. When you finish the clearing stage, parang mas makakahinga kayo ng madali, parang mas madaling mag-isip, mas madaling mangarap because walang clutter. Number 2 is setting. It's setting the goals, it's setting your space, it's setting everything. Kumbaga, nire-ready mo na, pine-prepare mo na kung ano ba yung gusto mong financial goals pagdating ng 2025 or pagdating ng susunod na taon. For me, sobrang easy lang nitong setting, as in, I do this every month. Every month, it surprises me. My income surprises me every month because this is one thing that I don't miss. Number 1 is track your total income for the year. So, January, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, side hustle. If you have my money tracker, which I will be linking down below, the old tracker ko na lang muna ililink ko sa baba. If you have that, makita nyo may income tracker dyan, no? Here's the thing, diba? You cannot set your goal if you don't know your point A. You cannot go to point B if you don't know your point A. Writing down your current income for the year or your total income for the year allows you to look at, ito pala yung point A ko. Ngayon, where do I want to go? Malay mo, gusto mo pala ng, let's say, 100,000 income, but with the amount of side hustles that you're earning, kumikita ka pala noon, hindi mo lang natatrack. Every time may pumapasok na money, tinatrack ko agad kasi mahirap na, I don't know kung magkano yung kinikita ko, I don't know magkano rin yung natatabi ko or nalalabas ko. So, kailangan nakatrack lahat yan. And trust me, it will excite you to earn more kasi nakita mo, uy, possible pala, pwede ko palang kitain to. It's also a way for you to be grateful, diba? Na kinita mo to lahat. Kung possible yan, next year, maybe you can set a goal that's much, much higher than that. Especially for freelancers who don't know how much money is coming in. I'm a freelancer as well kasi iba-iba yung sources of income ko and wala talagang direct na ito lang yung kinikita ko. And na-realize ko, kailangan talaga tinatrack ko kasi pag hindi ko tinatrack, hindi ko alam kung ano ba yung magiging goal ko for the next year. After you track your income, you can also write down or reflect what worked for you, bakit ka kumita ng ganyang income. If hindi ka happy doon, sulat mo din, diba? And then, what could work better? Ito yung mga journal prompts eh. What could work better for you to earn higher? What could work better for you to earn your dream income? There's no right or wrong answers. It's being able to write down your thoughts. Number 2 is to set intentions for 2025. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you've been following me since day 1, you know that setting intention is very important for me. Kung pwede lang every month. Guys, I still do and I still use my tracker. No wonder, you know, every month din naman nahihit ko yung mga income goals ko because every month nag-set ako ng intention. So for 2025, alam nyo na. So this part, yung setting, it allows you to think and reflect on what you've done for 2024 and what you can possibly achieve or what you really want for 2025. I wouldn't say it takes time, pero at least, you know, set a day or two for your goals. It's important. Diba nga yung mga companies, nagsa-strategic planning sila for a week. No wonder they're becoming bigger and bigger every year. Same with your own personal finances. Hopefully, you treat your finances as if napaka-importante niyan, as if may isang buong kumpanya ka na pinapatakbo. Number 3 is winning. Ito na talaga. This is like reaping everything. A lot of people think that winning is, especially nowadays with social media, ang daling i-judge yung tao na grabe, sobrang successful niya. But maybe we don't know. Dumaan sila sa stages of clearing, stages of setting, and now they're in the winning zone. And you can't go to the winning zone if you're not willing to battle through clearing, kasi mahirap yan. Mahirap talaga mag-let go. Setting, ibig sabihin, ito na talaga yung gusto ko, being clear with what you want before you go to the winning zone. So ano ba yung mga dapat gawin so that you win your finances this 2025? Okay, 2 important money things that you need to remember for you to win your finances in 2025. Number 1, set your money game plan. It's important na meron kang money game plan. Ano ba yung gusto mong investan? Ano ba yung mga bagay na gusto mong bilhin? Magkano ba yung gusto mong kitain? Ano ba yung mga bagay na gusto mong mabayaran? So whatever that may be, you need to write down your goals. Write it down, verbalize it, ask it from the universe. Because the only way for you to manifest your dream income is for you to write it down. It really starts there. Some people also does budgeting. Very important. Nakikita mo, magkano ba yung dream income mo? Magkano ba yung dream lifestyle mo? And then, magkano ba yung dream na savings mo that you will feel secured when you have that? Number 2 is create an investment diversification game plan. Ako lang nagpauso ng term na yon. Parang ginamit ko siya sa clients ko because literally, they have money that they don't know where to put. So, ginawan ko sila ng tracker. It's a table wherein pwede mong isulat kung ano yung mga gusto mong investan for the year when it comes to low risk, mid risk, and high risk. And ano yung mga liquid assets mo na gusto mo nakalagay lang, let's say, sa digital bank, ganyan. So, the goal is to just see ano ba yung mga gusto mo and magkano ba yung gusto mong ilagay doon or how much na ba yung nandun mo compared to your net worth, magkano pa yung difference, para alam mo kung saan mo ilalagay yung extra money mo na darating in 2025. Here's the thing, guys. If you don't have anywhere to put your money, most likely hindi talaga papasok yung pera. That's why kami nila Alec, we really challenge ourselves to pay for things na we thought we couldn't. Like, let's say, living here in Mandaluyong, ito yung dream condo ko. When I started looking for a unit in this condo, sabi ko talaga, impossible. Ang mahal talaga dito. But you know what? After ng Europe trip ko, sinabi ko talaga na, dilipat tayo para mas stretch din yung income natin. Kasi, if wala tayong babayaran, wala rin papasok na pera. Like, for example, guys, bigyan ko kayo ng problema. Let's say, may 10 million pesos ka ngayon. Like, bayaran lang kita, bigyan lang kita ng 10 million pesos. Saan mo siya lalagay? And if you don't have an answer to that, except for bahay, bibili ako ng bahay, diba? Parang, if you don't have a plan where to put the money, then maybe start with the planning stage kung saan mo siya ilalaan. Because that's how money will enter. A lot of people wish they have more money, but honestly, small money they can't handle. Hindi rin pumapasok yung malaking money. Being intentional with how I grow my money being intentional with where I put my money, and na-realize ko, alam nyo, tuloy-tuloy yung pasok ng blessings because nanghihingi talaga ako na, Lord, gusto ko kasi to. Like for example, itong unit, gusto ko po tong unit na to. Lilipat kami, pikit mata, bahala ka na magbagsak ng blessing. And you know what, guys? No kidding. First night namin natulog dito sa condo. The next night, we closed our biggest deal. We're 7 digits. So parang nothing's impossible. And then nabuo na yung bagong business. It's really having space and making space on where the blessings would go. So just a recap of how you can reset your finances or your money this year and win in 2025, no? First step is to clear. Second step, setting the space, setting the tone, setting the goal. And of course, third step, pinakamadali, winning in your finances. Hopefully, this video is something that you can implement. Gawin mo na agad. I-comment mo din dyan kung sisimulan mo na to because I'm excited for you na once na-apply mo to, automatic, mayaman ka na, hindi ka na manonood ng videos ko. Diba? Thank you so much for watching this video and see you on the next one. Bye!